All right, so you have been dealing with acne for a while, right? And it's not just your typical breakouts here and there. These are cystic, these are hurtful, these are the type that you pretty much cannot cover up no matter how much you try, and they keep coming back and it does not let up. What's up everyone? Welcome back to a new video. As you saw by today's title, we're gonna be talking about the #1 reason why the acne on your skin has not gone away even after years and years of medications, diet changes. All right, I know you're frustrated, so I'm gonna break down exactly what you may be missing. Let's get started. Thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time here on my channel, welcome. My name is Kat. I am excited about today's video because I really want this to kind of click for you like it clicked for me. If you've been following my channel for a while, then you know I started off this journey with eliminating all these food groups out of my diet so that my skin can heal. If you even scroll through my channel, you'll see I documented a lot of that healing progress. But what I started noticing was that one, it just wasn't good for my mental health. I started becoming really fearful of food. I saw my eating disorder creeping back up again. It just wasn't sustainable for me. And another thing that would really piss me off and like bother me was that I was eliminating all these food groups, but at the same time I would still break out like before my period. And it wasn't like these small breakouts, like it was the cystic breakouts. And I'm like, I'm doing all of the things. Why is this happening? I changed my skincare routine. I'm not eating dairy. I'm, sugars like gone. What the hell?
What was the reason? What was the reason?
That's when I started realizing that what matters more than anything is mindset work and regulating the fight or flight, which is the stress response. Now, I know mindset can be such a loaded statement because you're probably thinking like, all right, Kat, what exactly do you mean by mindset? So in order to break this down, I wanna talk about 3 main points on how mindset and specifically your stress response or your fight or flight really affect your skin health, right? And this can be applied to acne, of course, like we're talking about here, or eczema, psoriasis, and other skin breakouts that you may be dealing with. By the way, if you want to learn more about mindset and just regulating your stress response so that your skin can clear up, I'm going to be talking way more about this inside my free masterclass. It's called Clear Skin in 30 Minutes. You can get instant access for free. I'm going to leave the link down below. I'm not going to spend too much time on it in this video, but I do want to give you the highlights if you're interested in learning more about it. And if you're really serious about clearing up the chronic cystic acne for good, I would definitely recommend that you check out that masterclass. I'm gonna link it down below. All right, so let's break this down. Starting off with the first one, how mindset affects skin health. Of course, we're gonna be talking about stress here, right? So we all know that when our stress is heightened, breakouts come about, all right? It's definitely obvious, especially when we are dealing with any stressful moments in our life. We can almost always expect that our skin is going to break out, right? So what a lot of people don't realize is that everything in the body is connected, right? So our skin, like I always say, it's not its own separate entity, all right? So skincare products, they can 100% be helpful. However, when you have chronic acne that just won't let up, you really want to make sure that you look at how you're regulating your stress response, because stress is going to play a factor in not only your skin health, but I'm sure you're also probably experiencing some gut discomfort, maybe some constipation, some bloating. That gut and mind connection is so real, and it's also really connected to your skin health. We have that gut skin connection as well. And aside from gut health issues or acne, you may also be experiencing fatigue, maybe your hormones are out of whack, things like that, because like I said, everything in the body is connected. So if we are stressed, it's not only going to affect our skin, it's going to affect everything else. That's why it's so important to really regulate your fight or flight response, your stress response, and it really starts with mindset work. Some mindset practices I'm going to be getting into later on in the video. For now, let's move on to the second way mindset really affects skin health, and that is with the way we talk to ourselves. The negative self-talk is really, really playing a big factor in why we continue to break out. This is huge when it comes to clearing up the skin. It's really important that we are kinder to ourselves, we are gentle with ourselves, we show ourselves grace, because if we're constantly putting ourselves down, if we're constantly looking at our skin and just being like, oh, my skin is so ugly, and just, you know, really being very hard on ourselves, it's only going to perpetuate the acne even more, because we are made up of energy, right? Whatever we speak into our existence, it's really going to hold a lot of weight, and it's only going to keep getting worse, and it's only going to keep that cycle going. So it's so important that we are just kinder to ourselves at this time, because our skin really does feel that energy, and it's hurtful and it's painful and it's gonna show up on our skin. So hopefully you can take this advice as a non-judgment. I've definitely been there before. I know how frustrating it is dealing with acne and not seeing it get better. You know, it could really make you feel down on yourselves. And you know, with that being said, I want to mention that the negative self-talk and the way we talk about ourselves, and you know, the self-criticizing, all of that has to do with our subconscious minds, right? This is something that we're not even aware of or conscious of, because of so much programming and so much things that we've picked up in our childhood, you know, from media, from our peers, from just so many things. We don't even realize at the end of the day that we are doing all of these things. That's why it's so important that we take the time every single day to really get into our subconscious and rewire our brains. And one of the best ways to do that is through meditation, visualization, emotional freedom technique, tapping. That's something I talk a lot about here on my channel. We know through neuroplasticity that the brain can change itself. So if you feel like you cannot change, just know that you can, sis, all right? This is exactly why I created inside my online course, Holistically Healthy Skin, visualization practices, guided meditations, tapping videos that are specifically targeted to help rewire your brain and help you release limiting beliefs so that your skin can begin to heal. Our brains are so powerful, and this is why it's a big part of the practice inside my course. If you want to learn more about holistically healthy skin, I'm going to leave my course down below. The last point I'll mention on how mindset and brain health really affect the skin is because it is the starting point to hormones and most bodily functions inside our bodies. From sweating, from sebum production, everything first begins in your brain. I actually have a whole lesson inside my online course titled Your Brain is the HBIC, because it really is the boss of you. Almost all hormones and bodily functions first start here. So we know how much hormones affect our skin health and how much bodily functions like extra sebum production, sweating, and all of that really also affect the skin. And it's one of the reasons why psychodermatology is getting recognized and it's becoming pretty huge right now, because even dermatologists are realizing how much our brain health really affects our skin health. You know, I like going to therapy, but I also like doing a lot of this work at home. It really helps me regulate my stress response and just get me in a better mindset. And of course, I think nutrition plays a big part in health. I am a holistic nutritionist at the end of the day. Obviously, I think it's important. But back then, I used to eat so much just for my skin. Now I am eating so much more just to nourish my body and not just my skin. So I hope this video was helpful. I am rooting for you. I know that this is something that you can overcome. The main thing you have to do is really believe in yourself. You know, manifestation played a really big part in my acne healing journey, and it's why I am so passionate about emotional freedom technique, visualization, and tapping. You know, there's actual real science behind this from people that want the hard hitting like facts. Trust me, I definitely could be that person too, where I'm like, nah, show me the studies. But there actually really is studies out there that show, you know, your brain that when you visualize, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not, you know? So it's really, really important to do mindset work, you know, with a little bit of spirituality mixed in there. I love me some manifestation. It's a really big part of my healing journey, and hopefully that can help you as well. Like I said, I'm rooting for you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want to learn more about my online course, Holistically Healthy Skin, I'm gonna leave a link right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you soon.